All we wanna do is party and bullshit and make sure that we have a good time. Yeah, it's a Litty Talk. Welcome to the motherfucking Litty Talk. We talk shit and get drunk on the Litty Talk. We talk about hot topics on the Litty Talk. Yeah, the Litty Talk. We ain't scared to talk about it on the Litty Talk. We have fun and talk news on the Litty Talk. Where else, nigga, can you get a Litty Talk?
I bet. So if y'all tuning in right now, man, you know the fucking vibes. This is Litty Willie, and today on Litty Talk we got my bro, my homie, my little brother Andres 305. What's good,
What's going
brother?
on, Litty? Thank you for having me, brother.
Before we start, bro, I always got to give people their love and respect, bro. And you got one of the dopest, tremendous transformations, bro. I'm proud of you because when we first met, you were like a little bit timid and reserved, bro. And then like out of nowhere, you just snapped into a machine, bro. So I want to give you that respect and that acknowledgement, you know?
I appreciate it, homie. I appreciate it. That means a lot, bro.
Yo, so let's get started, bro. Who's Andres? Where you from? All that good stuff. Give me the
Hey,
history.
how you doing, everyone? My name is Andres. I was born in Georgia. I'm 22 years old, living in Homestead, Florida. Been here my whole life, basically. Parents split up, got divorced when I was like 1 years old. Came here uh, since I was one. So, you know, grew up in Leisure City. And honestly, just grew up here in Homestead. You know, going from household to household, back and forth. But honestly, Homestead's been my home forever. So yeah, that's pretty much
I,
it.
I knew you were Dominican and Puerto Rican, but I did not know that you were originally from Georgia. You were born in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
So
And a
who's
little
from
bit of
Georgia, mom
Mexican
or
too.
dad? Oh,
Well,
Mexican too.
yeah, I'm a mutt, bro.
So give me the bloodline and how
so
where it came from Georgia and all that.
so how it started was that my mom, she was born. My family on my mom's side is from Dominican Republic, but then a lot of them moved to Puerto Rico. So then after that, my mom was born in Puerto Rico in San
Mm.
Juan, so that's where the Puerto Rican side of me comes. And then my dad's side is all from like Texas and Mexico. So my grandpa is Mexican, my grandma's from Texas. So then that's how that. But then my dad was stationed because he was in the military. So my dad was stationed in Georgia before I was born. You guys can search it up. The place is called Hinesville Fort Stewart. I think once again, Hinesville Fort Stewart. That's where I was born at in Georgia. So I'm originally from there. I'm an army boy, as they say.
I'm a brat.
Yeah, army brat.
um, talk to me. How was it being grown up in Leisure City? Any memorable moments that always sticks to your brain growing up?
Shit. I mean, growing up in Leisure City, bro, a lot of people used to say that it was bad. It was a hard time. But honestly, like, I don't know. I mean, like you said, I was very reserved, but at the same time, I was like, I would pick and choose who I play with and like hang out when I was a kid.
Mm.
But I mean, I had a good time, honestly. I made my little friends, and we were always just, in our imaginations, playing like different stuff and like, playing ball, football, basketball,
Right.
and honestly, bro, like, yeah, you have your bad moments. Yeah, you have your hard times growing up, but if you can make the best out of it and have fun with it, why not? And honestly, as much as my downfalls, I had a great childhood, bro. Can't complain. You know,
Downfalls as a kid or downfalls as a teen?
downfalls beginning as a kid, because going back to what I previously stated, my parents got split up when I was 1 years old.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much like starting off with that. Growing up, being in between two households. You know, mostly with my mom, seeing my dad once in a while. It was like, you're like, damn. Growing up, it was kind of hard understanding why my pops and my moms weren't together. And once I started getting older, that's when you start learning and realizing certain things. But
So
whatever doesn't kill you, but makes you stronger. You feel me?
for sure, as some parents may believe or think that since they split up when their children are young and don't understand may not affect them. Do you think that it still causes an effect in you when they split up, although you were 1 years old?
Of course. I mean, because then again, like I said, when I was growing up, I didn't understand the reason why I didn't have like, that household of a mom and a dad being together in one house. You feel me? I was constantly like being with my moms and then every other weekend going to see my pops for just a couple of days. You feel me?
Right.
So growing up, I used to think this is use. Remember what I
Right.
see. Remember my words, use.
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't really have a dad because I would see my pops like, every other week for
Mm-hmm.
like 2 days. I would get picked up Friday afternoon from school, and the typical divorced parent stuff. I'll get picked up on Sunday morning. You get me, or Sunday afternoon. So I didn't feel like I had a dad. But then getting older, growing up, I'm more mature, you know, I started realizing all the sacrifices my dad would do, so that's why I started learning, hey, my dad's really trying to be in my life.
Right.
So I did have that father figure that I thought I didn't have while I was still like very young,
Right.
3, 4 years old. So
But you
but
matured,
yeah.
and you learned. We'll get back to that. But talking about memorable moments, and I know this was a little bit older, but was it one of those check off bucket list moments when you visited Bob's Market in Echo Park, being a Fast and Furious fan?
Bro, let me tell you, that's honestly, and that was honestly the most amazing trip, and that was with my pops. It was just me and him cruising
Dope.
down California, going into the deserts and stuff. But I remember, look, I'm getting tears and everything, bro. I remember he told me, he said, I got a surprise for you. We were in LA.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we were in Santa Monica Pier, standing at the pier, and we were looking at the time. It was getting late. Traffic in LA is really bad.
Right.
And he tells me, we got one more stop. I got a surprise for you. So we start heading out, start driving. And I'm like, he's like, oh, we play some Fast and Furious music. I have a whole playlist on my phone. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. So we just chilling, vibing out, listening to Ja Rule and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, I see him pull up on the street, and I'm like, yo, I know this street. And he's like, and then after that, he's like, oh, what's that over there? And it was, Bob's Market. That's what it's called
Right.
in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And we pulled up to Echo Park, and Bob's Market was there, and I was like, I was just in shock. I had no words. And then after that, we got out the car, and we were looking at it, we were taking pictures and stuff, and then I have a video. He asked me, oh, what happened in this scene right here, and I told him like the whole scene. I'm like, oh, this is when they came out and they started fighting, and they started like all the cars pulled up, every single car, what make and model. And then after that, we drove up. It's literally like, it was so cool about it is like down the street, like literally up the street is the house of the movie. So he was like, all right, let's go to the house. So we went to the house like up the street, and I was like,
Dope.
you know,
You were
dope as
geeked
hell.
out.
So
You
like,
were geeked out.
yeah, bro, I was like a little kid, bro. I was like, oh my god, like, can't believe I was in like. And then also we also went to where they ate the shrimp at Neptune's Net. That's what it's called. And we also went there too, and that was like we sat down, we had shrimp, we started, we chopped it up. It was great, bro. If anybody ever goes to California and like they want to go to like sightseeing and stuff, definitely 3 places to check out. It's the most memorable moment.
Are those
At least for me.
those are those one of the moments where it reminded you that you do have a dad in your life? Because something
For
like that
sure,
is very
bro.
meaningful.
For sure, for sure. I mean, that like that right there was like the highlight of like my pops is like my best friend. Like
Right.
I call my pops the other day just to talk shit. Call him up, and then you know to this day, bro, like that trip right there, because it was just me and him after I graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
It was a real memorable trip. It was just me
Dope.
and him for like 2 weeks in California. So that's something that's really memorable in my life for sure.
Keep that moment always in your heart, bro, because that's gonna
Always.
always remind you that you do have a dad, number one, and also when God forbid your dad's not here no more, those are the moments that are always gonna give you that fuel to remember and be proud,
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying, that kind of. And I'm a dad, so I know.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. No. I feel you.
I try my best because I'm not into anime and none of that. But I took my son to an anime convention one time, so I try my best to make those moments with him because
No.
I didn't have that
And
with my dad.
and I know the interview is like you want to interview me, but I got to give you a shout out on that because I always see you with your kids and always posting. And I always see like you're that dad to like you want to be there. You want to like you may not know or you may not understand like what they like or or whatever, but you still go out of your way to say, hey, let's do this, or hey, I took them here,
Hell yeah.
and you talk about it at the gym when we gym. So
Hell yeah. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. And
always,
I just want to change. I want to break generational curses, and I didn't have that with my dad. And still at this age, I don't have it with my dad. So
yeah,
I know what it is not to have it. And I know how hard it can affect you in your life. So I want to make sure I do everything impossible to do it with, all three of my kids.
yeah.
But, were you always active as a team the way you are now or no?
Honestly, bro, I was always into sports. I was always playing football, soccer, basketball. Football and basketball were my favorites. Basketball beat football away after, I got a little injury back in middle school. Middle school slash high school. So basketball took the way for a while. And then while I was going through high school, I was going through a lot, like emotionally. I was a very down kid.
Mm.
I was very like in my head. Sometimes, like I'm an overthinker. That's my type of mentality. Sometimes I overthink a lot of stuff. So growing up, obviously, I was getting to that age where like I wanted to know about certain things that would happen in my life, or I wanted to, I was going through so much that I was overthinking. So what got me really active, I was running like crazy. I'm talking about I was running
Like
at
random running or like cross country and track?
I tried out for cross country. I made the team, but I just wasn't like I don't know. I didn't find it fun for me. I
Right.
didn't find it. I rather like I ran by myself. Just to like clear my thoughts
Mm-hmm.
and like just escape. So every day when I would go, I would wake up, go to school, work out there, run over there, play basketball, go to school, come home, do whatever homework I had to do. Or even before that, I would change and I would go straight outside and I would run 5 to 10 miles a day, like non-stop. Yeah, bro. I was weighing like 130, 135, skinny. I was
I've
shredded.
seen you work out, and I haven't even. Maybe I don't work out with you enough, but I haven't seen that running side of you yet.
Nah, bro. I honestly, I can get back into it, and I have. I'm trying little by little, and I will pretty soon back into like the 10 miles. But I mean, I was running. My 1 mile was running in like 5 minutes flat.
Wow,
Like, yeah, a
wow.
mile. And then we did a mile and a half one time, and I ran it like in 7 minutes. Running
Bro,
was my
last time
thing,
I
bro.
ran a mile, bro, it's like I think the best time I had in a mile was like 12:59, bro. Like,
That's not
and that's like dying.
nah, bro. I feel you though. I mean, running just came to me as in like it was just to clear my thoughts, bro. It was just to like it's my escape. Basketball was one of them, but I feel like when I used to run back in the day when I was in high school, it was just like it was an open road, and I would just go. I would just go and just keep running. And I don't know, it was something that was active in me, and from there, that's what stemmed off for me, like working out.
It worked, though, bro, and it's a healthy outlet. I mean, it's better than getting drunk, getting high, getting fucked up, all that other
Yeah,
shit.
bro.
So, hey, it worked. It
Yeah,
worked, bro. It worked because where you stand today, you still one of us, a solid, respectful, cool ass
appreciate
dude. So whatever that
it.
therapy was, it worked, bro. I mean, and don't ever feel that anything you have gone through or even what you go through because me and you do hang out a lot in the gym, and I do see, and I see it because I am that as well. I am also an overthinker. I think 100 times a minute. Except the only difference is you're a little bit, maybe a lot more quiet and timid
Hmm.
convert next to me. But I'm a person that's why I can't even smoke weed because
Yeah.
I overthink like a motherfucker. So if I smoke weed, it takes my brain to another level of
Hmm.
overthinking. So definitely, bro, don't look at that as a curse. Look at that as a gift because it also can save you from a lot of different things because you're thinking before acting.
Of course,
So
of course. Trust me, bro. In high school, I saw a lot of people. I used to hang out with a lot of people that smoke, drink, and do all these crazy stuff. And they were going through, obviously in high school, they were going through some stuff too.
Hmm.
And I would tell them, I'm like, bro, like you shouldn't do that. I mean, I don't see what the fond is. Like, I don't think you should do that. Try this, try
Hmm.
running, try different stuff. And now I follow them on Instagram, some of them, or I see them on the streets, and I'm like, they're still doing probably worse
Some
shit or
shit. Yeah.
same shit, and I'm just like, damn, like I don't mean to sound cocky, or I don't mean to sound, like, but I'm like, I'm 22 years old. I have I have a career. I have my life together. I'm not doing all this crazy shit. And you know me, Liddy. You see me, bro.
That overthinking saved your life, bro.
Yeah.
Take pride in it. That's your gift, not your curse. Don't ever make nobody make you think otherwise.
Nah, bro.
Um, um, craziest high school story.
Craziest high school story. Oh man. Yeah. Let's see. Craziest high school story. There's
And
a
if your
couple,
mom's
bro.
watching, I'm sorry, because I'm gonna make you talk about one that she don't even know about.
Shit. Craziest high school story. All right. There's one. I remember for senior skip day.
Uh-huh.
For senior skip day, my parents don't know, and if they watch this live, they're not on it. But if I ever show them this conversation, they're probably gonna be like, "Bro, what the fuck?" For senior skip day, I told my pops. I remember I had told my pops. I was like, hey man, I want to do senior skip day. Everybody's going to the beach, whatever. I was never able to do anything, like not in a bad way, but my parents were like, they didn't want me to like do bad stuff. You get me? Like go to parties or
Good
whatever. So
parents, bro. They were good parents.
exactly.
That's what they were.
So then I was like, come on, like I'm a senior, like let me go. So he was like, okay, so who's driving? And I'm like, oh, we're gonna take an Uber. Lies, bro. I lied about that. My
Mhm.
I remember I showed up to school and I'm waiting outside with my book bag, whatever. The security guards are roaming around because they know it's senior skip day.
Right.
So I'm like at the gas. We had a bus stop, busway like thing for the
Uh-huh.
public transportation, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, hopefully the security guards don't recognize who I am, whatever. And they're driving around in golf carts, and one of my homegirls back in the day, she picked me up in her car, and then we went to my buddy's house, and then we got in his car, and I would send like my dad like the license plate numbers of like either their cars or like a different make and model or like because I didn't want to ruin my senior skip day, bro. I wanted to go
Right,
have
right, right.
and to this day, bro, I'm like, damn, I should have just told him. Like, I should have just said, hey, man, we're just gonna
I
like they're gonna drive.
think they would have been cool with it. The way especially the way you describe your dad. I think he would have been cool with it
I
because you were
mean,
honest.
I mean, yes, but no, because he at the time he didn't really knew my friends like that. So like,
Right,
parents are like, oh, teenagers are driving and this and that. So he would have rather prefer like, let's say the parents take us. But I mean,
right.
come on, dude. Senior skip day. You really think that?
Corny. Yeah, my dad and my mom take me to skip. Like it's corny.
Yeah, bro. So that's one of the craziest stories I got that, I was sending
With
fake
you
license plates,
forever.
and that's something I haven't said. This is the first time I ever said it, but I mean, it's pretty funny.
All right.
I mean,
So since if you do or when they do see this, I want to end the story and reassuring them by telling them I know your son. I hang out with him. I'm 36, and your son's a very smart and responsible young
here's-
man. So it passed, and he learned.
yeah, bro. I remember, and my buddy, I remember. It gets worse. I remember we were driving. We were driving over there. My buddy had this old Ford, like Ford, it was like like one of the Fords, like SUVs, super old. And I remember we were driving, right? And all of a sudden I feel it shut off. And I'm like, I look at him and he's like, what? And I'm like, yo, is your car off? Like we're in the middle of the highway, like we're probably like doing like 70
You
miles
were
an hour.
rolling.
And I'm like, yo, is the car off? And he's like, no, bro, like it's good. And he's like, oh, blast the music on this because he didn't have a radio, so we had our the speakers, like the JBL speakers, and we were blasting music. I'm like, all right, whatever. So we're all like singing, whatever. And I see him trying to start the car and whatever. He starts it, and he's like, we get to the beach, and then we're there, and then when we leave, his car didn't want to start, and I was like, bro, what am I
So
supposed to
fuck.
tell? What am I supposed to say? Like,
Right.
what am I supposed to say to my parents? Like, we took your car, bro. Like, we gotta get me home. So I remember on the way back, bro, I was stressing, like, bro, hopefully we make it in like one piece. And like we had to stop and like put water in his radiator. It was
Hey,
Oh,
man, hey, you know what? That's a sign from God telling you. You see what happens when you fuck
yeah,
around? You should have took your ass to
yeah, bro.
school.
Yeah, that's why after
God,
that I
God
was
gave you a
like,
little bit of anxiety, a little bit of tapi quieto in
yeah, bro. After that I was like, you know what? Never again, bro. Never.
you. um, graduating high school. What were your dreams and goals? Because I know you went to college for criminal justice, but is that something you wanted to do,
Um,
or it just?
Honestly, bro, I've always been into the law enforcement field.
Mm-hmm.
That's I seen my dad growing up. He was in it. He was in the military. Then after that, he transferred over to that side of like the federal government. So
Mm-hmm.
then seeing him, and I used to train with like his buddies because I know a lot of his buddies, they had this what they call a police explorer program
Right.
for U.S. Customs. So I used to do it, and it was uh very like cool to like be in scenarios, active shooter scenarios, and all these crazy things and it just that was my calling. Like I felt it, and I was like, you know what, I want to pursue that. So then I graduated high school, went to Miami-Dade for criminal justice, got my associates, and then after that, I work at the airport now for the federal government for TSA. For right now,
Right.
I'm in the works of getting into U.S. Customs, and I this is my first time saying it. A bunch of people are gonna know. I didn't want nobody to know except for my family, but fuck it, it's on the air. I just got a tentative letter that I am accepted into U.S. Customs and Border Protection, so I'll be doing that. So
Congratulations, bro.
yeah,
I know
so
you've been traveling and training and shit, so congratulations. I'm proud of
thank
you.
you, brother. So I just gotta pass a couple more tests, and then I'm in. I'm in. That's why I
You
haven't
got
been in the
that shit, bro.
gym.
That's light work, bro.
That's why
That's
I
light
haven't been in
work.
the
It's light work.
gym, bro. I've been doing that, taking tests and doing all this crazy other stuff. So
It ain't crazy, bro. It's solidifying your future, my brother.
yeah,
And
bro.
it's easy though. I don't want to see nothing. I wouldn't expect to see nothing less from you, bro. Anything that you say you're gonna do, you're gonna do. So don't worry about it. You got it.
Appreciate it.
So I want to ask you because we all got passions, we all got dreams. Um, what happened with Kickstart Miami?
Oh, Kickstart Miami. That was when I was in my sneaker reselling phase.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at the time, I started reselling shoes. Just some because it was a little side hustle I used to have,
Right,
and the market of the shoes just started like that's when it started skyrocketing for like resellers.
it's
Like
going crazy.
prices, it wasn't like a bargain back in the day. Everybody used to have the Jordans, and let's say I had a pair of Jordans, you had a pair of Jordans. We'll do like an even exchange. You feel me? Or like we'll put $10, $20 on top. Now that this resellers they'll sell you a shoe for $300 that costs like $100, and then on top of that they want another 200. You feel me?
So
And the
you're
shoe.
telling me when I moved to Homestead from New York, I knew about two other people in the whole city of Homestead that wore Jordans. I used to go to the store and there was a full size run on every single Jordan when I
Exactly,
came to Homestead. So
exactly.
I know
And
what it is. Like, hey,
and then
it's disgusting.
now, like you want a pair of Jordans, it's impossible, bro. Like you actually want a specific shoe. Like I remember the one shoe I really wanted, and it's like reactions. What the hell? Turn off. I don't know why I'm getting fireworks. But anyways, um, I remember one shoe I really really wanted was the Bread 11s. The bread, they were black and
Yeah,
red.
yeah, I got them.
Hold on, it gets worse. So I remember I went to the store right here when I was working at Ross, because I was working at Ross right here, through
Capital
with the Sonics, and if
Drive.
you're from
Yeah.
the
Uh
Homestead
huh.
area, where the
Yeah.
Sonics and the Menchie's is at. Yeah, I used to work there at Ross. There's a store called DTLR,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember I walked in. I was on shift. I just walked in just to like walk around on my break, and I'm like, they had them there, and I'm like, hey, what size are those?
I need them.
And I was like, what size are those? They had the last size and my size 9, and I was like. And I was looking at my bank account, and I'm like, should I make a dumb financial decision, or should I just like, be smart and like save money? Right, bought them like right on the spot. I was like, no, they're for me. I was like, I had
Right.
to. And then I regret it to this day, bro. When I was back dating dating a girl that I was with for like 3 years,
Uh-huh.
and I remember I needed some money to be able to get her some gifts that I wanted to get her.
Ah,
I ended up selling the J's, bro. And to this day,
ah.
like one of my holy grails, I'm like, bruh, I'm not with her anymore. I'm like, I could
Yeah,
have still had the shoe.
you will get them back. Listen, so first of all, I'm gonna tell you right now, it happens.
Yeah.
All young men have been in love. Number one. Number two, bread 11s are still affordable, and you can get them, and you're good. And then you're gonna have a bigger career than what you have right now, where you're probably gonna get all the drops of all the 11s plus the bread. So, lesson learned. If anything, it was a lesson learned. You know what my grills are, and I still could probably never afford them or get them, and I'm at this age right now.
So,
Red October.
oh man, you can get them. I know you can. You. Here's the
I
thing.
could, but I got 3 kids and a girl and a house and car payments and
Of
all kinds of
course,
other
bro. Of course.
shit.
Of course, of course. But I know if when you say you want something or you're gonna do something, you'll do it. And I
For
know
sure.
maybe not may not be now, maybe not might even be a year, but like 5 years from now, you're gonna hit me up. You'll be like, "Yo, I got him," or I'm gonna see it on Instagram.
The day, all right. So the day I get my Red October is the day. I don't care what position or where you're at. You will go buy your bread
I'll
11s, and
go,
we're gonna rock them
and
shits
even if
together.
they're $1,000, I can buy them.
We're gonna rock them shits together.
Yeah.
Your passion of sneakers and like fashion. Where did that come from?
Honestly, it stemmed from when I was a kid, bro. Growing up, I didn't have the luxury, the luxury. I was always wearing Payless stuff, like Payless Vans and the knockoff Vans and the knockoff Converse and all this
Mm-hmm.
other stuff. So I remember my first pair of Converse, because I was a Fast and Furious fan,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember Paul Walker, may he rest in peace,
Chuck.
when the movie first dropped, and that first scene where he clutch kicks the gas pedal.
Uh-huh.
I saw him wearing Converse, and I was like, bro, I want Converse now. And I remember I was going crazy for Converse, and I would go to the Payless store and I would get like the knockoff Converse, and I'm like, no, like I want legit Converse. And I remember I think it was for my birthday, my dad got me my first pair of Converse, and they were the black and white ones that he wore from the movie.
Right.
And that's what kind of started off little by little my sneaker. I like wanted Converse, and then I transitioned over to Vans because back in the day, Lil Wayne was wearing skinny jeans and Vans, and
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was the whole era.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So I wanted some Vans, so I ended up getting into Vans, and then after that, that's when the whole like LeBron era came out. Everybody wanted LeBrons, and then the Jordans started. Like, little by little, I started learning more about the shoe culture,
Got you.
and then after that, I was like, I had a cousin. His name is Carlos. He's a really big influence in my life. He's like an older brother to me that I never had.
Uh-huh.
Um, I would go to his house and I would see he had closets, his whole closet, a room full of shoes, and he would teach me. Oh, these are the ones, these are the twos, these are this, these are that, and I would learn. And I'm like, damn, I want to be like him. I want to have the hats. I want to have the shoes, and I want to have the like clothes. Every time I would be with him, he would always be fresh. Even playing basketball, he would be fresh. And
Right.
I was like, I want that. And then I didn't get to have that when I was growing up. So when I first started my first job and making money, little by little, I started like buying my own little things, or like I would side hustle in school. I would sell chips. I would sell like candy bars to like get a couple bucks, and I would buy some shoes off of one of my friends. Yo, he's selling them. All right, how much you want for them? Oh, $80. All right, I'll take them. You know. So it was little by little, and then after that, I would let's say I would get a pair of Jordans, and then I'll see another pair of Jordans that I would like. I would be like, what, hey, I'll trade you. I'll do an even trade. We'll trade. I'll trade you
Right.
these for those. And they'll think about it like, all right, come on, let's do it. And then little by little, and then from there, I stemmed off to like just loving shoes, bro. And I'm, to this day, like right here next to me, I have little cases of like my shoes, that my Jordans and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And since I didn't have that growing up, now it's like not a
It's a
luxury of
badge.
mine.
It's a trophy.
It's a trophy. Like when I go, when I go and I look for shoes or whatever, or like I'm shopping, I'm like, I worked hard for this.
Mm-hmm.
I worked hard. And,
Right.
I pushed myself to my limits and I got through everything that I've been through for this moment to, buy these shoes or buy whatever. So it just stemmed off of there, bro. Growing up, seeing other people, and seeing my cousin, I wanted that. I wanted that luxury to be like, you know what, I'm gonna throw on some J's today.
Shout out
So
to, shout out to your cousin Carlos, man.
yeah,
If he's watching, if not, show him this video.
always.
um, so what made you start taking the gym, the fitness, the workout stuff serious?
So like I told you, I was running crazy miles when I was in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and I was still in that relationship at the time. Um, After that, we had some issues. You know, I was in my head a little bit. My cousin,
Right.
this is where my cousin Carlos plays a big part. Um, he hit me up one day. He was like, "Yo, I know you used to run, and we used to play basketball a lot. But what if you like want to start working out? Like, we can work out together. I want to get back into the gym." And I'm like, "All right, cool." Like, I would do little workouts in my house, in my dad's house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, during COVID and stuff. You know, I would learn from him, and
Yeah.
I would do like little workouts and stuff. But running was my thing. But then he was like, "Oh, we can lift and whatever, and I can teach you some things." And I'm like, "Cool, I would love to learn." And then after that, bro, I remember it was February of like right after COVID. It was like that day. It was like 20. I say like when did COVID end? 2021? I don't remember, bro.
More or
Honestly,
less, yeah.
more or less. So after that, once the gyms opened back up, I went with him. It was in February, I remember. And from that day on, bro, it just started. It started up. We would work out, play basketball, and then after that, and I remember when we first went to 24, because we were going to UFit by my house, by
Mm-hmm.
my dad's house
Mm-hmm.
at the time when I was living with my dad. And then after that, he told me, "Oh, let's go to Planet Fitness right here in Homestead." So we went to Planet Fitness, and then he found out about 24. And he was like, "Oh, let's go to 24." I'm like, "Cool." So we ended up at 24. And I remember one time he pointed out Will. This is where you guys come along. He pointed out Will, and he was like, "You see that guy over there? He's a fresh ass barber. He barbers celebrities and stuff." And I remember I seen him, I seen you, I seen Marisol, I seen a big group of y'all that time, and I was like, "Man, what are they doing?" And I see you guys recording, and I'm like, "Why are they recording? Why are they recording?" They're like, "Oh, they make videos." And then he ended up pulling up Will's page, and that's where I fell in love with like, bro, I want to do this. Like, I found that passion. Like, I want to record like me doing some crazy stuff like that.
Right.
And after that, I found that passion where I just wanted to learn. I wanted to learn. I wanted to like learn different workouts. And I seen you guys there, and I was like, damn, one of these days I want to like be able to work out with you guys. I want to be able to like mingle around and get to know you guys, and you guys teach me. So
Right.
that's basically where that everything came from. It started off
Dope.
from
Dope.
yeah.
Dope. And shout out to Lou, because Lou actually was the one that like brought you over and started working out with us.
Yeah, 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 it was. And then I was a little intimidated at first, and I
How the
remember
fuck you
how,
gonna be intimidated when there's somebody like me's working out, bro?
bro, it was because I didn't know you guys, and you guys were doing all this crazy stuff. So I'm like, you know what, like, fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? And I just learned little by little. So then
Hell yeah.
I remember yeah, I remember Marisol. How I met Marisol. She was like, "Oh, can you record a video for me?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Then after that, bro, me and Marisol hit it off. And then I remember you would tell me, "Hey man, you just do it, bro. Just do it. Like, just go for it." And then I remember my first Superman that you recorded. It wasn't as clean as they are now, but I remember my first Superman. And I was hyped as hell, and that was like my specialty now. You know me.
Hell
I
yeah.
love doing that
Hell
shit.
yeah. And hey, and you okay, so you're a hard critic on yourself by saying it's not as clean as it is now, but give yourself credit considering the fact that you did it on your first try when it takes people maybe a while to learn something like that.
Of
So
course,
think
of course,
think like that. So I
of
guess that
course,
may answer my question, which is what's your proudest gym achievement? Was that your proudest gym achievement when you did that?
for sure. When I got my first Superman, where I felt like I was flying. I was like, yeah, this is it right here. This is where I'm gonna take off.
Go
And
time.
after that, I just kept practicing it.
Hell yeah, bro. And listen, bro, like you inspired me because mind you, I've I was dibbling and dabbling with, because I'm good at push-ups and stuff like that, but I never thought that I can get up there considering my weight. And I'm like, let me check. So when I seen you do it and you had the confidence to say, bro, I ain't never did this shit and I'm gonna do it, and you got down, I was like, man, my dog did it. I got to figure out a way to do it too. And boom, we got that bitch up on the fucking next week.
Hell
So
yeah.
you the inspiration, bro. I mean,
Hell yeah.
Willie's the core inspiration, obviously, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, for sure, bro. For sure. You guys inspired me a lot, bro. You guys inspired me a lot. And, I probably would not be doing all the crazy shit I do now because of you guys, but since you guys hyped me up and say, just do it, especially you, you're like, just do it, bro. You got it.
That
I'm
shit,
like,
bro.
fuck
You
it.
got
All
it,
right.
bro. You gonna get fucked up, fuck it, bro. But we gonna try it. We gonna get fucked up together. We gonna figure this shit out. But
Hell
you got it.
yeah.
I know you got it. That for a fact, I know you got
Hell yeah.
it. Working out in Body by Ness and Herbalife. So talk to me about that. How did that transition? I know you met Maricel and all that. So like, you know, how did they come about?
Um, how I say it? After I met Marisol, she was trying to get me into going over there to working out at Body by Ness.
Mm-hmm.
And into the Herbalife thing, and I kept saying no, 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 no. And then after that, bro, it just I kind of caved in. Like I was like, let me try something new. And then it was a little intimidating at first when I first went, but it was, I mean, I fell in love with it because it was like another realm, like for me. It was like, like damn, bro, I can do some crazy ass shit here, crazy ass workouts,
Mm-hmm.
and something different than just going to 24 and just lift. I can jump, I can do all these crazy things, and I fell in love with it, and it's fun.
Have fun with
I
it.
can't lie. It's fun for me. I love all those crazy stuff. I love throwing myself. I love jumping over stuff that I didn't think I can jump over. I love being, the high intensity and the pushing myself. And that transpired me into like my mentality now where like I don't I tell myself that, you know, I can't like I used to tell myself, oh, I can't do something, but then after that it transpired to me like now I'm like, yo, I can fucking do it. Like,
Hell
no
yeah.
matter how no
Hell
matter
yeah.
how hard it is, I know for a fact that if I push myself and I tell myself not to give up, I'm gonna do it. What if it takes me 100 tries, and what if it takes me one try? I'm gonna do it. So
Now, I want. I sorry I cut you because I want to talk about the products as well because the products also helped because I do remember that you were working on, then you started going with them and working out with them, and you started getting shredded like a motherfucker. I mean, obviously the work, yes, the work counts,
right.
but you started taking the products as well, and then results started showing as well.
Um, yeah, I mean, honestly, it was the shakes. I can't lie, the shakes work. If you do it correctly and you eat right, the shakes do work. It helps you out a lot. And honestly, actually, a couple of my favorite products are like the tea. That shit
Mm-hmm.
is like crack, bro. That honestly, like shit's like crack. Like you drink a tea, bro, and you're off the walls. Like for me, I've never had a bad experience with a tea. Um. And where I got shredded was this thing called Prolessa. It's like a fat burner. You put it in the
Mm-hmm.
shake and it's like it's a fat burner, so it helps you out, burn fat. And honestly, like that helped me a lot, to get stupid shredded.
Right.
And it was just history from there, bro. And honestly, you know,
Shout
and like there's different
out
stuff, there's different vitamins and stuff, but honestly, those were like the main products for me.
and shout out to Marisol. Marisol's in
Yeah,
here, man. Shout
Marisol.
out to
I
Marisol.
see her in here. I see her in here.
All right, so since she's in here and it's part of my questions, talk to me about her fit games in the gym.
Oh, her
Because
fit
I see
games.
you attending a lot.
Oh shit. Oh, her fit games. It comes with a lot of craziness and dumb ideas that we come up, or mostly her. Sometimes I chip in, but it's mostly her crazy ideas. But yeah, her fit games. Fit games is fun, bro. If she does these crazy things where it's like a relay races and it's a bunch it's just different teams, and you just battle it out working out. You'll
Have
get a
fun.
workout in for sure, and you're just battling out, bro. You're throwing yourself, you're jumping over stuff, you're doing push-ups and this and that, but honestly, it's great. It's you want to do something different, you want to have fun with a workout, go to fit games. And
Hell
you'll
yeah.
definitely have some fun.
What has been your hardest challenge in your whole workout slash healthy lifestyle? What has been the hardest challenge for you?
The hardest challenge for me, bro, is food.
Food. Okay. Okay.
Food. Like, I mean, I can eat clean. Usually, my main thing is just rice, chicken. You know,
So, what's
same
your
same
favorite unhealthy meal?
favorite. Ooh, bro. Honestly, I gotta say, I gotta say pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza,
Okay.
pi- pizza or wings. One of the
Pizza.
two.
Ooh, wings, bro. I always tell people wings is something that I can live. Fried chicken in general, but wings, I can live off that for the rest of my life if you gave me an opportunity to.
Hell yeah. Wings, bro. I remember during COVID, bro. I was whipping up wings in the kitchen like every day.
Hey, we gotta go. We gotta go to Hooters one day, bro. Let's do a
All
double date. Let's do a double date.
right, yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
All right. So my next segment is left or right, this or that, however, whatever name you want to call it. So I'm gonna say um, Ferrari or Lamborghini. You're gonna tell me which one you like.
All
For
right,
every
go ahead.
question you cannot answer, you have to do 20 push-ups and you got to tag me in it.
I'll just do it in front of you tomorrow, bro.
Oh, so you're going tomorrow? All right, cool. All
Yeah,
right, so let's start it off. Jordan ones or dunks?
Jordan once.
Lift off or C4 energy?
Lift off.
J Cole or Drake?
J. Cole all the way.
Paul Walker or Vin
Paul
Diesel?
Walker all the way.
Cake or cookies?
Um, I gotta say cookies, bro.
All right. Date night or fit games with Marisol?
Hey, come on, bruh. Damn, man.
I knew I was gonna get you on one of them.
All right, Marisol, don't take this the wrong way, but I'd rather go on a date night. I ain't gonna lie to
Oh,
you.
I thought you were gonna hit the 20. All right, last one. Love from a woman or honesty from a woman?
Say that one more time.
Love from a woman or honesty from a woman?
Honesty all the way, bro.
Honesty. All right. So no push-ups for you tomorrow.
I'll still do them. We're still gonna do them anyways. We got
Yeah, we
200
tomorrow's chest day.
tomorrow's chest.
Talking about a special woman and honesty in women. You found love in the gym, and I'm not talking about weight.
Yeah, bro, I did. In fact, I did.
How's the love life been? Talk to
Bro,
me.
honestly, it's been phenomenal. It's been great. I didn't think I would be in this position, honestly. After, all my shit I went through, I didn't find myself, at least for right now, at this
Right.
certain age area, I was just so focused like on myself
Uh huh.
that I didn't really wasn't really looking for it. I had, I went on a couple dates with a couple girls and all this stuff, but just wasn't something, there. But then this one, that person that I'm with now, she's really special, bro. She's we worked out, I hit her up and I say, hey, let's work out together. She would see her post on 24
Mhm.
on her stories, and I was like, we should work out together. She denied me one time. I was like, okay. I left it alone. Then I saw it again, and I was like, let me take my shot. So I did it again. She was like, all right, let's do it. So then we ended up going to 24, and our first workout, bro, we hit it off. After that we
Dope.
went upstairs to the little training room, and we did some abs, and then after that we just started talking. We were conversating for like almost 2 hours. And then after that, bro,
Dope.
it's just history ever since, bro. And it's been great, man. Honestly, I've never been so genuinely happy. Like I can be with somebody and I can like just be myself. I don't have to like not that I'm a fake person, but I don't have to like hide certain things or like be like very conservative,
You just all you. Just all you. It's all
Yeah,
you.
bro.
You
And
you.
and honestly it's so like great.
Hell
It's great to have
yeah.
that one person that you can go to and just you can just be yourself and just let go. Even like even to just like the simple things, bro. Like even when you just want to talk about anything, you have that one person there. So like,
Dope.
honestly, bro, it's been amazing, bro. It's been an amazing, an amazing thing. And I know it's, it's very fresh still, but
Oh,
I
okay,
can, I,
bro. Fuck the
I
judgment.
see, I see myself. I'm already settled down. We've talked about it, and I see myself with this person. Hopefully for the rest of my life, and it's great.
So, okay, so I don't have to feel bad because I was gonna ask you a question, but I didn't know if that L word dropped. But what made you fall in love with her?
Um, what made me fall in love with her? She's over there. She's laughing. I, I, I don't know, bro. It was just the way that she was, the way that she genuinely herself. Like she actually cared, and she actually was there, to talk to me, to like push me to my goals. I saw that she was so genuine. She wasn't like people that just hide stuff or like was they would try to like put themselves at, oh yeah, I care about you, but then I read people, so I know, like, I get that energy, like, no, you're like you're faking it, bro. Like, I'm not with that. With
So the
her it was just,
genuineness, the
yeah,
genuineness.
the genuineness, how genuine she was, how she was just herself. She had no she was just her. And I just relate to her so much that it that spark came up, and I was just like, bro, like, all right,
Was
this is
you know what solidifies the fact that you fell in love with her for your genuineness because the answer you picked when it came from love to honesty is honesty. So that means you feel like she that honesty answer means that it matches your genuineness, meaning that you get from her exactly what you want, which is the raw. That you give me the yes or the no, this or that, and she gives you the feeling of she's a genuine person and she genuinely cares for you. So
of course, that's
that's
exactly what it is. And I remember, bro, it was like we went out, and it was like a week, and I was like, nah, I gotta do it. And I remember I went to go pick her up from work because she's a
uh-huh.
nurse. She's a nurse in Kendall. And I remember I went to go pick her up from work, and I did the most corniest shit to ask her out. I grabbed, because our both favorite candy is M&M peanuts, the
Uh-huh.
yellow ones. So I
Uh-huh.
grabbed a pack of those. She loves to drink Celsius. I love to drink Celsius. So I was like, I grabbed 2 Celsius, and then I wrote a card. And in that card, I put like, um I went through every single color of the M&M, and my favorite color is yours.
Ah.
Would you like to be my M&M? Either yes or no, and I put check yes or no. So I remember when she got in the car, she was like, "Is this for real?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "So you really want me?" I was like, "I do. Like, I genuinely do." And she was like, "All right." And I was like, "You don't have to. You ain't gotta sign it. You ain't gotta sign it." You know. And she ended up saying yes, bro. And then after that, bro, it's just been history.
that Hey, that ain't nothing corny of being a lover boy, bro. At 33 or 34, I remember what age it was. I asked my girl, "Can you be my girlfriend?" So ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Like
No,
just be
yeah,
you,
bro.
bro.
And I'm
Be
a lover boy.
you.
I'm a lover boy all the way. She knows
That's it.
that.
And then
I
be you, bro.
I tell sometimes I look at her and I'm just staring, and she's like, "What are you looking at?" And I'm like, "Just having a lover boy moment. Leave me alone." You
That's
know?
it. Yeah, yeah, that's it, bro. Shit. And a woman that loves you is gonna appreciate it. And the woman ain't shit ain't gonna appreciate it. So if she loves you, she appreciates it. It's gonna go all the way, bro.
Yeah.
How hard is it to maintain now working on a career, going to the gym, trying to do your influencer thing? Is there any kind of challenge to that? And now me finding out that she's a nurse, so I'm sure her hours are a little funky. Um, is there any challenges to that, or y'all figure it out?
You want me to answer about my life and then our life
Yeah.
together, or
Huh? Yeah.
okay?
Give it to me both times.
So on my life, it is challenging a bit. Like, there's days where, like, my schedules are crazy. So I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I have to go to work. Get out at
Mm-hmm.
midday. There's days where I'm just drained, like, just physically and mentally tired because I'm dealing with people all day.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's days where I don't want to go to the gym, where, like, I generally don't. Last
Mm-hmm.
week I didn't go at all. I had it was a rough week at work, and I didn't go at all. But today was a rough day, and I got out of work, and I said, you know what? Despite of me being tired, I'm gonna push myself to go.
Right.
I'm gonna push myself to go, and it is challenging, bro. It is, and this isn't just for me. but it's also for anybody that's watching this or anybody that's tuning in. You're gonna have challenges. You're gonna have days you're not gonna want to wake up or you're not gonna want to do something.
Right.
And if it's the right thing to do, what I'm saying is that when you know something's right, like let's say you got like everybody has to work out, right? Not has to, but like it's good to work out.
Correct.
So if those days that like you don't want to go at all, and you say, man, fuck this, I don't want to go, I don't even, just go. And I'm at fault for it too. And like I said, I'm not perfect either. There's days that I don't go, but if you can change those days that you don't go one by one to like going and pushing yourself just a little bit. You don't have to go stupid crazy. You can just do cardio. You can do
Right.
something like, but whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be working out. But if it's something that's gonna help you for your future or help you in general, just do it. Go for it. Because at the end of the day, we all have one life, and you want to live it to the fullest. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So it is challenging. It is. There's days, like I said, there's days that are super hard, super hard. Schedule's busy. And then with my girl schedule, she works nights too. So she goes in at 7 at night and she doesn't get out till 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
12-hour shift. And she's drained completely, obviously having to save people's lives every day. So,
Right.
you know, it is challenging, when it comes to like me being like us being able to see each other sometimes but we make it work. And no matter how hard it gets, you can make something work. And we'll both be tired. We'll both say, you know what, damn, we're super tired, but you know what? Hey, let's rest up a bit and let's get ready. Let's go to dinner, or let's do this, let's do that, or
Mm-hmm.
let's just have a chill day at the crib. And like I said, things can be hard. It can get really hard, and there's days we won't see each other 3 4 days. But after that, right back to it. Hey, we gotta go to the gym. We do this, and we find little ways to even see each other for 5 minutes. Hey, meet me at the gym. We're gonna work out together for like 30 minutes. After that,
Right.
go do your thing. Or hey, I'm gonna stop by, drop off some food for you. Or hey, I'm here outside. I wanted to bring you some flowers. You can find the time to do the little things.
Correct.
So despite of it being hard, there's always time.
So you're
So
always gonna make time for the people that you love. I
of
always say that
of
myself.
course.
And when it comes to the gym, I was talking to actually somebody I was interviewing yesterday, and he said medicine never tastes good.
Mm,
Meaning nothing that's
Exactly.
good for you usually tastes good,
Exactly.
like vegetables, medicine, but it's gonna help you. So the gym doesn't feel good sometimes, or most of the times, to wake up or to get up and go and put your body through some sort of pain, but it's gonna be an investment for you in the
Of
future. So you're on the
course.
right track, my brother. You're on the right track for being a young man. um, what has been your hardest life challenge so far?
Hardest life challenge. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Overcoming depression. I
Mm,
was a lot. I don't really open up. I'm not an open person,
right,
but I- I've grown out of the stage where like, fuck it. Why? What do I have to hide to say? You know what? Yeah, I feel some type of way, or yeah, like people nowadays now it's like they talk about, oh no, man, you're not a man if you cry, or nah, like you look weak for talking about how you feel, or this and this
right.
and that. I see it. When you go to school nowadays, ask your kids. They'll tell you the certain things that they hear. And me growing up, I was always by myself for the most part. I didn't really have friends like that. I didn't really have groups like that. Yeah, I had my little friends, but I was always by myself. I didn't have my little brothers how I had now, as you saw earlier. One of them was storming in, but um, I, I was very, very, because obviously going through the stuff where I was going through with my family
Mm-hmm.
at the time, and me growing up, and other personal things. I was very depressed. I was very sad. I was very like, damn, everything's my fault. And then overcoming that to say, you know what? I know I don't have to let these things beat me down for me to stay down here, because that place is a very dark place.
What
And
helped you? Sorry to cut you, but what helped you overcome it? What gave you that mentality to say we should
well,
just try?
one of them was working out for sure.
Okay.
That running, like I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Another one was I was so tired. Like I was so drained and tired that I was tired of being tired. You get me? I was
Hmm.
tired of feeling down. I was tired of, I was seeing that despite of everything I was going through, I still had a good life. I still am having a good life despite of all the challenges. I have a whole lifetime ahead of me to, you know what? Hey man, I can blow up and get rich, or I can blow up and be a famous influencer. You never know. There's always a calling for you. But if you have that manifestation and that mindset, that's another thing. I changed my mindset. I changed my mindset to, instead of feeling down and bringing myself down, I told myself, I said, you know what? I'm gonna push myself to overcome that, and I'm gonna tell myself, okay, I'm down right now. I'm down bad, but you know what? I'm gonna get right back up.
All right.
And honestly, bro, it's just, for the most part, it was my mindset. I changed who I was around with, what I was associating myself with, and just mentally getting myself stronger. And
And I want
that portrays in
to tell
everything.
you I'm proud of you, bro, because it took me to about 30 to 32 to start thinking like that. So you thinking that a decade before I thought about it, um, speaks in volumes, bro. So be proud of yourself for that.
Thank you,
I
bro.
know it seems normal because you have overcame it and you've seen that happen. But I want to tell you from the outside looking in, it takes some people take up to being grandparents to figuring out what kind of person they are. So
Right.
figuring that out at a young age, bro, pat yourself on the back and be proud of yourself for that.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Um, if you had a piece of advice to give the kid that was wearing the red and white retro fours with that senior crown on, what would it be?
I remember that, bro. If I was to see that kid, I'll tell him to not give up, no matter how hard it gets. To always keep trying, because you never know what opportunities and what doors can open. Because
Mm,
that kid wearing those retro fours and that senior crown, he would always give up. He would always find a way to just, nah, I'm not gonna do it, or nah, I'm gonna give up. And but I would tell him, never give up,
never
because I'll say,
give up.
just look at me now. Look at yourself now. That's what I would say.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If you had the opportunity to change one thing in this world, what would it be?
One thing in this world, oof. I remember you asked this question to Will. Honestly, bro, mental health.
Mental health.
Like a lot
Mm,
of people, I know a lot of people, and I've known a lot of people that have had. I know they have potential, but just that mental health is not there. So they're not. It's not. It doesn't help them
a lot of
get to
people are
where.
suffering from mental and emotional health and don't even know it.
Exactly. So I would
And they need that
definitely,
outlet.
definitely would change that.
Dope. Dope. We're almost done here, but I got a couple more. I got about three
Tell
more.
me.
Um, if you had a chance to work out with one person dead and one person alive, who would they be?
Mm, Damn, you hit me with a question I didn't even think about. I forgot you were gonna ask me that. One person. I'll start with the alive. One person alive that I would probably work out with. There's this guy that I follow. I mean, a lot of people know him. A lot of people don't. But if you guys look him up, his name is Josh Levington on Instagram.
Mhm.
He's part of a group that he started called the Lost Breed. But this guy Josh, he was a he's a very big motivation guy, and he actually helped, like, watching him. Like, I've watched him for years, and he inspired me to work out and like do all these crazy things. So definitely he would be one person I would like definitely would want to work out with, alive.
Mhm.
Dead, if I had to work out with someone dead, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta side with Will in this one. Bruce Lee, bro. Bruce Lee was a badass.
Hell
I
yeah.
would love to learn how to fucking kick ass and do what he did.
Hell yeah. Um, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
Where I see myself in 5 years, bro. I see myself, honestly, with the girl that I'm with now. Hopefully, which it will happen. And I see myself doing what I just love to do, bro. Having having a house, obviously my own place, helping my parents out for sure, whatever they need,
Mhm.
like being financially stable and all this other stuff, but definitely doing what I love to do, being a part-time influencer, still working out, doing all this crazy stuff, and just being myself, bro. Honestly.
And I always ask people this because it's always on video. So I always want a tool for them to manifest on something that they want to do from 5 years from now. That's why I always, or most of the time, ask people this.
Right.
Real quick, for the people that are struggling going to the gym and the people that are struggling with weight loss, what are some quick tips or advice you can give them in a nutshell without saying you have to stay consistent and do this, do that? What would be the first step for them to take if they want to start going to the gym and losing weight?
Honestly, just find something you love to do. Just find a workout that you say, you know what, that workout's cool, or I like the way this one makes me feel. I'm gonna practice it. Let's say, for example, let's say the bicycle. If you like
Mm-hmm.
bike riding, if you always had that thing where, man, I love bike riding, but I never really took it serious, just step it up a notch. Ride a couple more miles and make it like fun for yourself. Or do this when you want to when you want to just get into something. Make it fun for yourself. Make it like a challenge to yourself. You know what? I want to learn how to do that. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna teach myself. Or I'm gonna watch people and I'm gonna learn it. And little by little, you start picking up habits and the things that pretty soon you're not even gonna think about it. You're just gonna do it. And
Right?
honestly, just my piece of advice: enjoy the process. Don't worry about the scale. Don't worry about anything. Just enjoy it. Just keep going and just enjoy it. Make it fun. Just make it a game. Because the more you focus on like, oh, the number and oh, how I look, you're never gonna be happy.
No,
You're gonna have body dysmorphia your whole
for
life. You can be the
sure.
most baddest, most ripped, jacked up, whatever it is that you want to do. You're never gonna be happy. You're never gonna be content. You're gonna hit a goal and you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm still not content. I want to hit another. And you just gotta enjoy it and just honestly just have fun with it. Just be yourself and have fun.
So we talked about your career. I'm glad I was the first one in this platform to hear about your career and your next career goals. So I mean your next career steps. So what's next for Dre besides that? What's next for you?
Honestly, there's a couple things that's next for me. I was I was keeping this on the DL, but you know we're I'm raw. I'm uncut. I don't give a fuck, as they say. The next thing for me is I'm starting up my own brand. My own
Okay.
brand with a buddy of mine. It's called Saint LA. Um, and
A clothing brand?
yeah, it's a clothing brand. I actually have one of the pieces right here that I made a while back. I've worn it a couple times, but it's one of the hoodies that I made for myself, and I've worn it.
Okay.
I've posted it, but nobody has ever really asked me. See, that's the font in the front. You know,
Okay.
Saint LA. And
Okay.
then on the back, we're gonna, I plan to do different stuff, but this is one of the designs in the back. It says, uh "Pray for peace, prepare for war," and then that's
I like that.
like an angel, and
I like that.
so it's gonna be limited pieces for like a short time. So we'll drop maybe we'll make a design, and all designs are gonna be handmade. Like they're gonna be drawn out, handmade, and we're just gonna put them on the shirts, hoodies, or whatever, and they're gonna be up for like maybe 2 weeks, three tops, and then that's it. They're
Well, you got to
gone. So it's a limited
tell me
release.
where I get mine at because you know I'm gonna advertise the fuck out of it. So
No,
before it goes
I
live,
got
I
you.
gotta get one.
You're
I'll
the
buy one.
first.
I'll buy one. I'm a support.
Nah, you're the first one on the hookup. You know that.
I got
But it's coming soon. It's coming soon. Working out the little kinks and all that, but
right.
it's coming. I've kept it quiet for a little minute, but it's something that me and my buddy Lazaro, we started up. He actually came to me and he was like, "Hey man, what do you think about this?" And I was like, "Let's do it." And then after that, it's just it's almost there, almost. So that's one big thing. Another one is you know just traveling, bro, and enjoying life. Like I said, I'm just me. There's nothing really crazy like, oh, I'm gonna fucking go to the moon. No, bro, I'm just gonna enjoy. Life is short, bro. I could be gone tomorrow after this interview. It's not gonna happen, but just saying, like, just enjoy it,
Yeah.
bro.
But I tell you what, you're doing something amazing by not even knowing it. You give out good energy, bro. So, for the real people that are real and can connect with real and respect real, you give out real energy. So that's something that is very rare. So keep on being you. Don't change and don't stop for nobody, bro.
Never.
Shout out before we close out. Anybody want to shout out? Everybody want to shout? I know
Shit.
there may be a long
I
list.
got yeah. No, I got a couple people I want to shout out. I want to shout out to my girl. She's over there listening to this whole thing. My pops, my family, everybody that has supported me along the way. My family, my cousin, Carlos. Um, if they ever watch this, or I'll show them. I want to give them a shout out. Thank you for always pushing me to being who I am today. And showing me that there's more to life than just bringing myself down all the time.
Right.
Um, that's a big one. Shout out to the 5 a.m. crew, us doing dumb stuff. Shout out
Hell
to
yeah.
you. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Brian. That's always Brian's another inspiration that he's always helped me. You guys are all of you guys. Marisol, um, Randy's another one. Shout out to the 5 a.m. crew. And yeah, bro.
Oh, all of them. Louis,
Ed,
Eric, everybody,
Lewis,
everybody,
Eric, everybody, bro.
everybody. Keith.
Everybody that introduced me into working out, doing all the crazy stuff, bro. Shout out to everyone, bro. And honestly, shout out to you guys, everybody's Liddy's fans, or Liddy's people that tuned in. Shout out to you guys for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time out to hear my story, or even if you guys watch this later on, I give you guys a shout out to appreciate every single one of you guys and everybody, bro. Everybody that's out there, whoever's listening, shout out to you. There's more to life than what it
and
is, bro.
and we're putting this on YouTube, bro. So after it gets edited and all that, we'll throw it up on YouTube. You can share it with people after it goes up. Where can the people find you, your content, and all that good stuff at?
For the most part, everybody can find me on Instagram on dress_305. That's where you'll see me post. If I travel or my crazy workout videos. And trust me, I do a lot of crazy dumb stuff. Sometimes maybe a lot of Supermans, maybe a lot of push-ups, but you know, if you wanna try it out, just try it out. Try it out and tag me in it, and or just come get a workout in. But yeah, you guys can find me on there on dress_305 on Instagram. And yeah, don't be afraid to hit me up with any questions or whatever.
Hell yeah, Dre, keep doing what you do, my brother. I'm proud of you. I'm just proud of your journey. And after listening to your story, I'm proud of the teen, the boy, the teen, and the young man you are today, bro. I know hearing it from a stranger always hits a little bit different than when you hear it from your family members. So keep on
Sure.
being you, bro. Keep kicking ass. And I ain't got nothing else to say besides the fucking vibes, and we out.
We out. Peace. Thank you, brother. Appreciate
I
you,
got
man.
you. Catch you in the morning.
Catch you in the morning.